So for you, it was voice acting specifically, though, right? So when voice acting, okay, I want to learn acting to help my voice acting. Where did you make that connection for voice acting? Like, was there a specific moment where you're like, I'm seeing a character on screen, I want to be the voice of that character? Was there a specific moment that happened?
Yes, I remember it exactly. I downloaded a .mov of Eternal Sailor Moon from the internet, and that was the first time I'd ever heard it in Japanese, and I was about 12 years old. And then I noticed, like, wait, the animation's the same, and I don't know where my brain didn't connect it before then, but I was like, wait, if I say the words, the English words, they match up with the Japanese animation. Like, oh, this is a job. I don't know. Before then, it didn't really click. I just thought, like, I don't know. But that was the moment where it clicked for me, like, oh my gosh, this is somebody's job. And I want to be like those, the actors I heard on the original dub of Sailor Moon, because I have just such fond memories of that show.
Wow. It was kind of a similar thing for me, and in the same way, I was so obsessed with video games and anime, and I've told this story a bunch of times, but I wound up in college finding an intro to theater class because I was hated doing the pre-med path I was going down.
Oh, wow.
And I wound up talking to the teacher, the drama teacher at the school I went to, and I was like, I want to kind of get into voice acting. And he was like, well, first you got to learn how to act. And then I wound up finding theater and everything else I've done since then. But I was such a big fan of Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon and obviously every video game. And at the time, when I was growing up and really obsessed with video games, there wasn't a ton of dubbing being done in video games. It was primarily just kind of text and speech, and very few games had the liberty of adding dialogue to it, let alone English adaptations. Was that also something for you that you kind of recognized that this was a very niche career at the time, and it wasn't like this booming industry that it is right now?
I don't know if I was very like, I'm going to do this when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And when I started getting into it after I got my first audition, the studio head was like, just like, I hope you know, like, this is like, the chocolate factory, like, only a few people get a golden ticket and you have one. And I was like, oh, okay. I got to keep working hard then.
Yeah. So before you got to that first opportunity, you wound up doing, from what I recall reading, an audition at Anime Expo. Is that correct?
Yes.
When you were 14?
When I was 14, my first time acting in front of like an audience, really. I just picked a monologue and I did my best. And I'm sure it was awful. And I hope nobody has recorded it, but I tried. And I got some feedback, and I was like, okay, well, they didn't hate me, so I'm going to keep on trying. So then I think...